Welcome to Illuminati Silver. We tell you the truth about silver. Today is Tuesday, the 24th of August, 2021. And we're producing our gold and silver morning update and price forecast. Gold, we have seen over the last 24 hours, has risen above $1,800 again. And the question on everyone's lips, of course, is will it hold? And perhaps more importantly, will it go up or go down from the current level? Well, let's take a look and find out. Well, welcome to Illuminati Silver. It's Tuesday morning, 9:54 a.m. GMT +1 on the 24th of August. Sun shining. Clouds have separated. We have a wonderful morn. And there's a lot to mourn about, a different morn, in the news. UK sees little chance of G7 swaying Biden on Afghanistan. Now there's a surprise. Britain's labour market paradox threatens to choke its economy. Really? What's that about? Two numbers might sum up the immediate challenge for the UK economy. 1 million job vacancies and almost 2 million people who've lost their job during the pandemic, left the workforce or are on furlough. The government and Bank of England are lauding the strength of the labour market as evidence of a dynamic recovery from the pandemic-induced recession. Employment openings are at a record and wages are rising, yet hundreds of thousands of employees are preparing for life after state support over the next 6 weeks when the government wage programme ends on September the 30th, with little to suggest they can fill the gaping hole in a workforce that's ageing and has been hit by an exodus. And no doubt our American colleagues will witness something similar. Now, we've talked about the UK retail sales being poor and America's retail sales being poor, but that's not the case in Germany. German consumers helped deliver faster than expected growth. Really? Strong consumer spending in Europe's largest economy fueled a faster than expected recovery in the second quarter, one that is now looking increasingly uncertain. German output increased 1.6% in the 3 months through June, compared with an earlier estimate of 1.5%. The rebound was driven by a 3.2% jump in household spending, strong fiscal support, and rising capital investment. So why is it different in Germany? While this puts the economy on track to reach pre-crisis levels in the next few months, risks to the outlook are emerging that mean that this year's rebound may not be as strong as previously anticipated. Manufacturers have faced unprecedented struggles with shortages of raw materials and other supply chain bottlenecks. Rising infections pose an additional threat, even though government officials are trying to steer clear of another lockdown. Very interesting. Please bear in mind, the European Central Bank under Christine Lagarde are looking at ways of extending their bond-buying QE-type program beyond the early months of next year. So they are obviously privy to additional data that perhaps we are not. Interesting about shortages, when we look at the BBC and the main headline, McDonald's UK restaurants run out of milkshakes. Oh my gosh. The fast food chain confirms that supply chain issues have caused it to run out of the drinks. It's very seldom we at Illuminati Silver go to McDonald's, but we'll make one secret confession to just you, our listeners. When we do go, it's for the milkshakes. So it could be some time before we tread that road to McDonald's. Retail bosses demand more protection for UK staff. Industry leaders are calling on the UK government to follow Scotland's lead on protecting shop workers. China ride-hailing giant Didi halts UK launch plan. And prisoners to plug worker shortages in the meat industry. For goodness sake, please do not put a felon who's been accused of poisoning in that job. Please, 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 please. Bitcoin back above $50,000 as recovery continues, though it's dipped back slightly. In the US, obviously, Afghanistan grabs the headlines. Let's have a look at what's happening financially. The dollar index, marginally up 0.1 since today has begun at 93.06. Yesterday it did fall back, and we'll see that gold and silver benefited as a result of that fallback yesterday. So it's hovering at that 93 level. Oil, up, roughly $0.50. Stocks in the US, stock markets rose, broadly between 0.5% and 1.5%. Asia overnight, markets rose, mainly between 1% and 2.5%. And in Europe, Middle East, Africa and the UK, slightly mixed bag, but broadly positive, but under 0.25% rise. But it's early in the morning. There's much more of the day to go. So what's happening with gold? Well, over the last 24 hours, it's up $13.70 and is trading above $1,800. Yes, it's at $1,801. Now, this is important. Technical analysts are saying the direction of gold is now pivotal around the 1800 level. So providing gold can move up beyond 1805, then they are expecting it to move further higher. But if it falls below 1795, then it is expecting some downside towards 1750. Not necessarily in one jump, but working its way down to that. So whatever happens now, 1800 is the benchmark from a chartist point of view, at least for the moment. Silver, yes, on a tear yesterday. It went as high as 2370. It's retraced a little since, but it's still holding strong at 2361. Now, it has ultimate resistance above the $25 mark, but before then there are a number of minor resistances. It's all going to be pivotal on the dollar value and gold. If gold falls, you are likely to see silver do so, providing the fall is of reasonable size. And equally the other way round. If gold rises, we should see silver do so as well. The biggest hurdle for silver is the spread of the Delta variant of COVID-19 and to what extent it may hamper the global economy. Keeping our eyes closely on that. Okay, what's happening in crypto world? Well, market cap, 2.15 trillion, down just 0.25%. Bitcoin over the last 24 hours is down just 1%, so it's fallen back from $50,000. Ethereum more or less even, and Cardano up 2.89% at $2.91, though it did hit $3, at least on the buying side, perhaps not on the selling side. So still relatively positive, although it's retracing slightly today, really because the gains have been quite exorbitant. That's it for now. Watch gold. Remember, if it edges above 1805, the trend is likely to be up. Not if it's just a freak sort of move, but if it goes there and holds, the trend's likely to be up. And if it goes below 1795, it goes down. But none of us really care particularly because we are long-term holders, aren't we? But if you're a day trader, it makes a difference. Although, frankly, day trading gold, except perhaps for the last week or two, generally hasn't been that profitable because the moves have not been that significant. Thank you for listening. Please give us a thumbs up, subscribe, press the bell sign. Have a great day and watch out. There may be a video coming out either today or tomorrow as we promised for the weekend. We suspect it'll be tomorrow though. Thank you once again. Illuminati silver owners come from a background of banking, international wealth management and economics. Having now retired from these worlds, We are not qualified to give investment advice. Therefore, this and other productions must not be deemed to be giving such advice and merely represent the personal views of its owners.